Hello and welcome back to another video from 55 degrees north and to part 24 of your fortnightly Newcastle upon Tyne construction and restoration update video. Coming up in this week's video, we'll be visiting all the usual sites including Pilgrim Place and Pottery Lane, among many others. So without further ado, let's dive right in and see what progress has been made since the video 2 weeks ago. Starting up at the former General Hospital site on the West Road, where the new Health and Innovation neighbourhood is being built. At the front end of the site, it's still mainly ground preparation work still taking place, with some of the materials of the old buildings at the back being repurposed to level up the site, and what looks like a temporary road has also been laid down. I will now head round the back with the drone to see how the demolition is going. So looking across the site at one of the remaining big blocks, which is now in the process of being demolished. Looking across in the other direction, there's only one small section of that building remaining, and you can see the sorting of materials is still taking place, some to be recycled and the brickwork crushed and to be used elsewhere on the site. Heading towards what used to be the main building of the hospital, you can get a better idea of what work has been done at the front of the site in what used to be the car parks. With one final sweep over, you can see the rapid progress which has been made in the demolition. Plus, the massive mountain of rubble of the buildings which has been knocked down so far is getting even bigger. Moving around to Castle Leazes at the site of the new Students' Village, where demolition work is continuing, with only one small part of the last remaining block still standing. Looking from above, it gives you a better idea of what remains of the final block to be demolished, with only one small bit to knock down, and you can also see they're still sorting through the materials, some going for recycling and the bricks to be crushed, so hopefully once they get the site cleaned up, building work will hopefully begin not too long into the future. Looking round the site, it's like the General Hospital, with its own mountain of brickwork waiting to be crushed for repurposing on this site and others. It's going to take them quite a while to move all this. Down on Leazes Park Road, where they're building more students' accommodation, looking across the site, you can see quite a bit of progress has been done since the last video, with a lot more steel reinforcement being installed right across the site. Across the back, we now have a concrete wall, and a lot more brickwork has been removed from the old building at the front, and at the side, the windows have also been removed from the lower floors. Round the corner on Strawberry Place, work at the metro station to install the new advertisement boards seems to have come to a standstill, as it does not look anything has been done since the last video 2 weeks ago. Across the road, work on the new students' accommodation block is edging ever closer to completion, with the crane now being removed from the site, and the final bits of cladding are now being fitted at the back of the building. Around at the front, it's the same story, with the final bits of cladding being fitted and installation of what's going to be a canopy above the main entrance. Around at the North East Space Skills and Technology Centre on Ellison Place, there's been quite a bit of progress, with a lot more steelwork being installed. Here's a view from the other side, so you can see what has been done. And the second core lift shaft is also now completed. Moving on to the biggest building project going on in the city right now, the new His Majesty's Revenue and Customs Office block. The gap on the John Jobson Street side of the building is now starting to be filled in with window frames. Round the corner on Market Street, the final bits of cladding and coving are now being fitted, with the windows all now fitted on the front part of the former Collier House fascia, with just the ones at the side to complete. And around on Pilgrim Street side of the building, the final bits of cladding and coving have now been installed. Around at the Pilgrim Place development at Collier Square, again this week, you can see a lot of progress has been made across the whole site, with new concrete bases being laid with steel reinforcement inserted, and a little further back, more trench digging taking place. Looking right across the back of the site, you can see the underground floors are now really starting to take shape. Moving on down to Pottery Lane, to the new apartment blocks. So as you can see, they're making rapid progress. A lot of the lower floors have now had their cladding fitted with the gaps for the windows. Moving on to building 2 with some of their floors near the top of the core lift shafts. Flying in between the 2 blocks to give you a better idea of how much progress has been made since the last video. I think it's becoming a race to see who can top out first, as building 2 is making very quick progress upwards after this was the last one to start its construction phase. And another view looking down which shows you the amount of equipment needed to build each floor. And here is another unique view. As I travel over one of the core lift shafts, you get a good view down, and you can see the stairs already built in the one nearest the bottom of the screen. And now moving towards block 1, so you can have a view of the inside to give you a rough idea what has been done so far. And now for a quick roundup of the smaller projects going on in and around the city centre. Work on the pavement improvement works on Northumberland Street is still ongoing, with lots of areas now closed off while the work is completed. Work on the new Lloyds Bank is continuing, with the pavement now being installed outside the front, ready for its opening. Work on the new high-end hotel on the former fire station on Pilgrim Street is still ongoing, with posters now outside giving you an idea what it's going to look like. Pavement improvement works along with the new cycle lane on Pilgrim Street is still ongoing, with the cycle lane and the roadway having a fresh layer of tarmac put down. Work in the Granger Market is continuing on the new performance area and cultural space which is being built. The new Newcastle Building Society on Granger Street is still a work in progress, which is due to open the summer of this year. Just before I wrap this fortnightly construction and restoration video up, please let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on all the building projects going on in the city of Newcastle right now. Also, please give the video a massive thumbs up, as it really helps my channel grow, and if you've not already done so, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell notification for when I release more videos. A massive thank you for watching. See you next time on 55 Degrees North.